it's time once again for another exciting episode of Thereywood Squares. First of all, I'm your host, Francis Seven, and I'd like to welcome you to Thereywood Squares at the Winter Charity Tree Park. Now, our sponsors for tonight's wonderful charity-filled event are Salon Banshee by Banshee Kate, T-Bell Designs, and ZMW. Now, tonight's grand prize is the 2009 ZMW Holiday Magic Charity Buggy, which is available also for purchase from their gifts, at least for another day or so. Check it out over there. One of these two contestants, either Santa Claus, representing the letter O, or Mr. Scrooge, representing the letter X, will be driving off in that wonderful buggy this evening. Actually, let's go ahead and get started. I should point out also that our wonderful Celebrity Squares are all their staff members, except for the wonderful ZMW creator himself, Zach C., who's in the bottom right, and above him, Banshee Kate. Alrighty, thank you guys all for coming down and volunteering your time for such a wonderful cause. We'll start off, as tradition states, with the letter O. Santa Claus, Mr. O himself, will be selecting the first square to answer a question.
I'll take Mackie.
Mackie in the bottom left. Mackie, when Tiger Woods shoots a birdie, what has he done? Once again, when Tiger Woods shoots a birdie, what has he done?
He goes out for ice cream.
He goes out for ice cream. Would you agree or disagree?
Disagree.
And you're correct in that disagreement, because what we were actually looking for there was he golfed one shot under par. So, Circle gets the first square of the game. And we're to Mr. Scrooge. Probably.
Humbug.
All right, none of that negativity here now, Mr. Scrooge. Remember, you are here to win money, or at least to make money for charity. So who would you like to call upon to answer a question for you first?
I would take Miss B squared in the center square, please.
Miss B squared.
Bring it on, Francis.
Franklin Roosevelt would address the nation in radio addresses called, what, actually? Once again, Franklin Roosevelt would address the nation in radio addresses called what?
I believe the answer to that, Francis, is fireside chat.
Fireside chats. Would you agree with that, Mr. Scrooge, or disagree?
Let's see, he was elected president when I was, what, 24? So I'm going to agree with that.
That's right, you were there.
I'm so sorry. So did you disagree or agree, Mr. Scrooge?
I would agree. They are fireside chats.
And you are absolutely correct in that agreement, Mr. Scrooge. So X is the center square.
I'm sorry, who got that?
Mr. Scrooge, X would have the center square. Alrighty. Let me remind our celebrity squares that they can lie like dogs or tell the truth to our wonderful contestants here. Santa Claus, you get to select next. How's the weather at the North Pole, by the way?
Bitterly cold, and we're loving it.
Hi, Santa.
Hi, B. I think I'll pick Zach C.
Zach C in the bottom right.
You're down.
Here comes your question. What show does Cosmo say was the highest rated daytime show for men? What show does Cosmo say was the highest rated daytime show for men?
General Hospital?
General Hospital. Would you agree or disagree, Santa Claus?
I would disagree.
And that would be a good, because we were actually looking for The Price is Right. Speaking of which, you get the circle and the square. By the way, after the show, Santa Claus, I got a list I'd like to talk over with you. All right, but right now we're back over to Mr. Scrooge.
I will take Spiritus for the block.
Spiritus is in the bottom center. Here comes your question, Spiritus. What group were Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious from? What group were Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious from? This is question number 2.
Stump him.
Spiritus? Spiritus, are you there? All righty, Miss Spiritus.
No, I did. Hello, hello.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, so
And I typed the answer because I'm having a problem with my voice.
I
said the Red Rocket.
Red Rockets. I see that now. Would you agree or disagree?
I'm going to have to disagree with that.
And you would be correct in that disagreement, Mr. Scrooge, because they were both members of the Sex Pistols. So X gets
You
the
people
block.
and your modern rock and or roll.
All right, back over to everyone's favorite Santa Claus. Not that I'm playing favorites here this evening, but you're going down, Mr. Scrooge. I'm totally impartial. Santa Claus, go ahead.
I think I'll have to pick Vash.
Little me?
Dash for the block. Ready for a question?
No.
Do 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 do
Who is...
do do do.
No, I'm really ready for my question. Go for it.
Who was known as tastiest, superlicious, bat out of Hellas, and burn... Oh, I can't read this. Burn umpus asphaltus. Sorry. Let me try that again. Who was known as tastiest, supersonicus, bat out of Helios, and burn uppus asphaltus?
Me on Friday at 6 o'clock. No, actually,
Would you care to use a lifeline on that one?
no, actually, let's see, the Roadrunner.
Can you say that one more time? You kind of cut out for me.
I would have to guess the Roadrunner.
I think you said the Roadrunner. Would you agree or disagree?
Santa would definitely agree.
And you would be correct in that agreement, because all those names evidently relate to the Roadrunner scientific classification. So, Circle gets the block, and we're back over to Mr. Scrooge, who's probably not feeling very merry all of a sudden.
It's rigged, I tell you, rigged.
No. Now go ahead and select another square, Mr. Scrooge. Remember, you are playing for money.
I will take the middle right. Is that Trey or
Banshee
Alex?
Kate. The middle right is Banshee
Oh,
Kate.
I'm sorry. Yes, Miss Kate. Let's go with Miss Kate. She's always
Hello.
lovely and pleasant. And she wouldn't dare lie to Mr. Scrooge.
All righty. The lovely Banshee Kate. There's talented designer. Here's your question. Scottish and Japanese researchers found that... I'm sorry, let me start this phrase again. Scottish and Japanese researchers found that ovulating women prefer men with what? Once again, Scottish and Japanese researchers found that ovulating women prefer men with what?
Well, you know, there's a lot to be said for hormones, both good and bad. I think that sometimes one's national costume can get the attention of women, and I would say men with kilts.
Men with kilts, would you agree or disagree?
Well, it wasn't the actual PG I was going for.
But would you agree or disagree, Mr. Scrooge?
I am going to have to disagree.
And you would be correct in that disagreement because ovulating women evidently prefer men with masculine faces rather than a man in a kilt.
You know, it's funny. I had the moderate button hovered over Banshee Kate just in case she slipped under the...
Well, that's a good thing, because Kate is a bad seed. She's the wild griefer after all.
Oh, you
I
know
get
it.
it. Seed.
Bad seed. Dun, dun.
Ooh.
All right, enough of that gutter talk, everybody. Let's return to the questioning. Santa Claus, where were you on the night of the... No, wait. Actually, you get to select another square.
Santa Claus will go for the block.
That would be, there, no, it's actually Alex, isn't it? In the middle square on the left? It is, isn't it?
That's me.
In the brown hat?
Yes.
All right, Alex, let's find a question for you. Alex, with what country did Thomas Jefferson make the Louisiana Purchase from? With what country did Thomas Jefferson make the Louisiana Purchase from?
Let's see. Well, I'm a huge history buff, and I know that Thomas Jefferson spent a lot of time in France, so I'm going to have to say France.
France, would you agree or disagree?
I would agree with that.
And I would say oui, oui with that agreement, because France is actually who Thomas Jefferson bought the Louisiana Purchase from, which is rather difficult to say. So Santa Claus gets to the block. Christmas is safe for one more moment, and we'll head back over to Mr. Scrooge.
And I will take the ever vigilant and trusting Miss Trey for the block.
All right, you're not going to be lying here to Mr. Scrooge, are you there, Trey?
She has such a sweet face.
There's an extra shilling in it for you if you're with me.
You'll get... Is that what you're saying?
I don't take bribes.
And an extra piece of coal in the furnace. It's a cold winter's night, Trey.
You know what? Cold does sound good for heat, though.
Alrighty, enough of this bribing of our celebrity squares. Their real estate. Who said this about herself? You'd be surprised at how much it costs to look this cheap. Once again, who said this about herself? You'd be surprised at how much it costs to look this cheap.
That sounds like something Dolly Parton would say.
Dolly Parton, would you agree or disagree?
It could be Dolly Parton. I was thinking Joan Rivers.
But would you agree or disagree, Mr. Scrooge? With the Dolly Parton...
Going to disagree.
Oh, unfortunately, Mr. Scrooge, that is one of Dolly Parton's lines. You'd be surprised at how much... I can't do Dolly Parton. You'd be surprised at how much it costs to look this cheap, is a quote from Dolly Parton. Now, Santa Claus can't win by default, so we're back over to Santa Claus.
And I'll go with their real estate for the win.
All right, for the win. Woohoo! Alrighty, Trey, here comes your question. It's furry. No, we're not talking about me. Responds to tummy tickles. Still not talking about me. Speaks furbish and burps. Definitely not talking about me. What is it?
So I remember this toy back in the 90s. My niece and nephew had these, and they used to talk around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning every night, and that would be a Furby.
A Furby. Would you agree or disagree?
Santa Claus will agree.
And you'd be correct in that agreement. We also would have accepted answers like the last two done, or Vash. Those would also have been acceptable. But in this case, Furby was the answer we were indeed looking for. Congratulations, Santa Claus. You've won our first round of our very special charity Thereywood Square. Everybody applaud. And as Thereywood Squares spent letters off the board, we'll be checking in with our wonderful celebrity squares, who I think will either have something exciting to tell us or perhaps their wishes for the holiday season. You guys on the spot now. Let's start with their real estate. Do you have any special wishes for the holiday season?
That's a really good question, Francis. I do have a lot of wishes for this holiday season. First of all, I wish for health and happiness for everyone who's in there, all of the staff, our family and friends. I think health is a really big thing for 2010.
Oh, please, and God bless us, everyone.
Oh, my Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge being a little feisty there. Let's check in with Alex. Alex, do you have any special holiday wishes?
I don't think I could really say it any better than Trey just did. I wish all of my friends and all of my staff family members and my biological family members, everyone in there, just a very merry holiday, whatever it is that you celebrate, and I do wish that everybody a very great year.
Alrighty, let's check in.
Not very exciting, but my sacrament is kicking in. I do want everybody to have a lovely holiday.
Alrighty, Mackie.
Yes, I do wish for everyone to have a wonderful holiday and to take a moment and really take everybody's presence with each other as the biggest present of all, and appreciate, the gift of being with each other as a huge present. So I hope everybody appreciates each other and has a wonderful holiday.
Alrighty, Vash. Any holiday wishes for the people listening at home or on tape for posterity?
I'm actually AFK. I'm updating the community suggestion board.
Alrighty, we'll check back with you later then. Be squared. Do you have any special holiday wishes for the people in our audience out in YouTube land?
I do. I wish that every single Varian could truly realize how much we appreciate them. Truly. And I also wish everyone could have an exploding gnome courtesy of the regulars at my staff chats.
Oh.
Oh,
that's awesome. I want an exploding gnome.
Apparently they're the new hot thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I want one too.
They sound rather bombastic to me, but that sounds interesting.
Very festive.
What kind of holiday wishes would you wish to the audience listening to you in the future?
Well, building on what's... Am I working again? My
yes,
screen's
working
not, okay,
fine.
Sorry. Screen's not updating. I wish the zone boxes would update properly. No, I'd like to wish everybody, what's been said before with health and just trying to make sure that people stay safe this holiday, that if people that are traveling, take care of their health and not get... I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time today. Yeah, just health and happiness. Make sure that people, treat people nicely, even when they're not nice, because it all has to start somewhere.
That's true. That's true. Especially wish a lot of luck to all those people who are doing the late holiday shopping. I hope we don't have any more Elmo fighting or cabbage mania or any of that sort of stuff this year.
Hear, hear.
Alrighty,
that's so 2000 and whatever.
1998.
Yeah, I was going to say 1998.
Cabbage Patch Kids are like 1986.
Yeah, that was a long
This year
time
we want
ago.
to tickle me bash.
I was thinking of Elmo, yeah.
Everybody wants those hamster toys now.
Ah, the hamster thing is the end thing this year, huh?
Hope
I'm
Yosa was
sorry.
telling me
I'm
about
not
those.
just dating myself. I'm going steady with myself with that line, I guess. There. Let's check in with the Chaz.
Well, of course, I just want to make sure all those ovulating women find a masculine face to call their own. It's kind of my way of saying world peace, right?
Because he
Did you shave this morning?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to get a nice square jaw.
Yeah, but Chaz, you know I sent you a kilt.
Oh dear.
Is that what that was? Now I see.
Hey now.
Yeah. And on that note, let's check in with Banshee Kate.
Well, I know I speak for many members when I say that we're very excited about the changes that appear to be coming up for there, and especially with the new interactive items and the new signs that we're getting to display pictures. I mean, this is just really tickling the heck out of us, and we can't thank you enough. Thank you, staff, and I hope all the staff has great holidays and a happy new year. And you can all look forward to new furniture and artwork this coming year.
Alrighty, and let's check in with Zach C. himself in the bottom right.
Can you hear me?
Perfectly, it sounds
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the same problem the chat's having. The zone boxes.
Maybe a bit loud.
The zone box isn't updating, so. I just would like to thank staff for the wonderful job they've done this past year and all the wonderful things they've got planned for us in the future. Theirs just getting better and better all the time. I couldn't gush more about it. And I would like to wish everybody a happy holiday. And world peace is so passe, so how about world peas instead?
Woohoo!
I can visualize that.
Yum.
You know, Zach, you've always been one of my favorite people. I just have to say that you made me feel really good just now. Thank you.
Yeah, I meant it.
Alrighty, and as we start round two, I'd like to remind everybody that once again tonight's event is for the United Nations Refugee Relief Fund. I think I said that in the right order. And so...
Because evidently we're out of prisons and workhouses.
I'm sure you're working on that, Mr. Scrooge.
My holiday wish for you all is that you should be boiled in your own pudding.
Thank you.
Nice.
Why I didn't call upon you. All right, as we start the second round, we'd like to remind everybody that there is a super secret mystery square on the board. And if you call upon that super secret mystery square, you will hear Thereywood squares make the following festive holiday noise. And if you are in correct agreement with that square, either Santa or Mr. Scrooge will be walking out of here with a super secret mystery prize, a Yule log or something like that.
How about a case of turtle wax?
No, they're not even actually getting a copy of the lousy home game. But we'll start off with Santa Claus first. Actually, we'll be starting off with Mr. Scrooge first, because Santa Claus won the first game. I'm sorry. Mr. Scrooge, you get to pick first.
And I will go with the center square.
A frugal choice. And the center square is our super secret square tonight. So let's see if Mr. Scrooge will actually be winning something.
Because that wasn't the most obvious super square.
Super
We've
secret.
never actually had it be the center square before.
No, I'm saying the B squared is a super square.
Oh.
Super B squared square.
I didn't understand it at all. I understand you have to be hip to be square, and I have no hip or pelvis anymore either.
I sent an email to the community team today saying be there or be squared.
She did.
Had
She
to do
really
it.
did. She did.
All right, Miss Squared. What was Al Capone's well-known nickname? What was Al Capone's well-known nickname?
I'm going to have to say it was the Godfather.
the Godfather. Would you agree or disagree, Mr. Scrooge?
I am going to agree.
Unfortunately, no. That was Scarface. Scarface was Al Capone's well-known name. Nickname. Sorry. So, Circle gets the center square.
Say hello to my little friend.
I was waiting for somebody to say that.
I can't really say it. It sounds really weak coming from me.
Moving right along. Back over to... Squares, are you there?
Here.
Here.
Alright, I think she's putting the circle in the square, in the center square, and we'll move back over to Santa Claus, who can select any one of the remaining squares.
I will select the Chaz.
The Chaz in the top right.
Alrighty, here we are.
Looking masculine while he awaits the question.
If I'm talking funny, it's because I'm squaring out my jaw.
Swearing.
In a secret way.
You're making my hernia hurt. Alrighty, here's your question. 1990 survey results published in the LA Times, you know it's good if it's published in the LA Times, showed that if marooned on a desert island with only one item, most people wanted it to be what? Once again, these are 1990 survey results published in the LA Times showing that if marooned on a desert island with only one item, most people wanted it to be what?
A boat.
All right, so I'm going to get serious about this. I don't know if any of you spent any time on a deserted island, but if you are on a deserted island, what the first thing you kind of find out is you kind of make a whole lot of poo. And of course, you don't want to be, always sitting there saying, is this leaf, poison ivy? So what it comes down to is the main thing that you're really focused on getting on a deserted island is some toilet paper.
Toilet paper. Would you agree or disagree, Santa Claus?
Santa is actually going to have to disagree.
Oh, unfortunately, Santa, most people do fixate on toilet paper and would want it to be the one thing that they would have brought with them. I, too, would have thought a boat, actually. So X gets the top right square.
Blame me for being frugal. I would have taken a boat.
Me too.
Alrighty, and we're back over to Mr. Scrooge. Let's see how frugal you are in selecting a next square who isn't going to lie like a dog to you.
Well, as much as I don't want to, I'm going to pick Vash.
Vash in the top square. Alrighty. Vash, in the children's story where the sky is falling, who starts the rumor? In the children's story where the sky is falling, who started that rumor?
There's so many witty comments that I can come up with for that, but I'm just going to guess right off the bat. Was it Rich Little?
Rich Little. Would you agree or disagree?
Well, everybody knows what a big fan I am of children and children's stories.
Tell us about it.
I agree, I guess. Sure.
Unfortunately, the name of the story we were looking for there, Mr. Scrooge, maybe since spend some more time in the public library, that's free after all, is Chicken Little. Beloved to children all over the world for a story where the sky is, well, falling, or over-exaggeratedly falling. So Circle gets the square, and we're back over to Santa Claus.
Well, it doesn't look like he's here, but I'll pick Spiritus for the win.
Spiritus for the win. Are you there, Spiritus?
I am.
Alrighty, here comes your question. If your zodiac sign is the only living thing not represented by a living thing, then what sign are you? Once again, if your zodiac sign is the only living thing not represented by a living thing, what sign are you?
Aguila.
I'm sorry, say what?
Aguila? I'm teasing. That would be Libra.
Libra, would you agree or disagree?
Santa would agree.
And you would be correct in that agreement, Santa. Libra, the scales, would be the only living thing not represented by a living thing.
I'm so sorry about that. That was poorly worded.
I thought I was right. Congratulations, Santa Claus. You win the second round. Are we playing a third round, Miss Squares?
Surely, if staff has time.
Does staff have time to stay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go!
Everybody, let's do another round.
Sure.
Alrighty, that means 2 matches for Santa. Mr. Scrooge, you seem to be a little bit down here. Let's see how well you do. You'll be starting off the third round of Thereywood Squares this evening.
You know, under the circumstances, you would have thought I'd have done a lot better at this game. I will take, well, of course, the middle square.
Middle square.
Why is she more popular than me?
Because she
She's
has
not.
chances at winning.
Only if you answer the question right.
She just silenced you there in that square over there.
Alright, Miss Squared. If you are riding the Maid of the Mist, you are enjoying what awesome wonder. Be careful how you answer this. If you are riding the Maid of the Mist, you are enjoying what awesome wonder.
Keep your finger on the button, Vash.
Yeah, I could answer this in so many ways. I think I'll just have to go with Niagara Falls.
I'll have what B Squared is having. Niagara Falls, would you agree or disagree?
I agree. Somebody should throw her in a barrel off of Niagara Falls.
Ooh, such mean-spiritedness, but you are correct in that agreement. So X gets the center square. Alrighty, we're over to Santa Claus.
Santa will go back with Mackie.
Alright, Mackie in the bottom
No!
left. The ever-effervescent Miss Mackie. Are you ready for your question?
I am.
Alright, on January 1st, 1968, Evel Knievel tried to jump something at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. What was it? Once again, on January 1st, 1968, Evel tried to jump something at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. What was it?
Well, we all know that Evel Knievel started out with large earth movers. That was where he started his whole career as, that's what he did. So he wanted to go back to his roots, and that's what he jumped over, was large earth movers.
Large earth movers. Would you agree or disagree?
Santa will have to disagree.
Santa would be very wise in that disagreement because evidently on January 1st, 1968, Evel Knievel jumped over the fountain at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas.
In an earth mover.
And an earth mover.
What is an earth mover?
It's a large piece of construction equipment that would move dirt from one place to another.
It moves dirt.
Okay.
Make it up.
AKA a bulldozer? I mean,
Mackie knows this stuff. I support Mackie 100%.
See?
I thought Mackie said earthworm. Sorry.
I
You guys
didn't
might
make
want
it
to check
up.
out PBS's Bob the Builder. They have a whole construction equipment on there and give it technical names like earth movers. Alrighty.
Which one of the Transformers was an earth mover?
Exactly.
All of them.
Yeah, I think that's where they were going with the 2012 movie is we're going to get hit by a giant earth mover.
Oh my god. Mr. Scrooge, before the game degrades into chaos, or anarchy, or the end of the world, would you select one of our remaining squares?
I have was kind of waiting for it to degrade into anarchy.
So we play on
Wouldn't be a
double.
long wait.
I will take the upper left tray.
The upper left. The real estate. Here comes a question for you. What do you end up with if, in dinner lingo, you ordered over easy whiskey down? Once again, what do you end up with in dinner lingo if you ordered over easy whiskey down?
I would think that would have to be a breakfast item. So, I don't know, eggs and sausage?
I'm sorry, eggs and what?
Sausage?
Eggs and sausage, yes.
Breakfast?
Nothing says breakfast like whiskey. All right, would you agree or disagree, Mr. Scrooge?
Actually, I'm a very big fan of breakfast, and I'm going to have to disagree with that.
That is correct, because what we were looking for there was eggs and rye toast.
He's a big fan because breakfast is the cheapest meal of the day.
That is true. X gets the square. All right, let's see if we can find an expensive question for this next one. Santa Claus, who would you like to call upon now?
I'll call upon Zach for the block.
Zach C in the bottom right for the block. Zach C, of Al Capone's famous crimes, actually it would be infamous crimes, wouldn't it? Of all of Al Capone's infamous crimes, which one got him sent to prison? Which one got him sent to prison?
Stealing a ZMW without paying for it?
Aside from that?
Oh,
Texture theft.
Texture theft. There you go. Tax evasion.
Tax evasion. Would you agree or disagree, Santa?
I would agree.
And you're absolutely correct. Can't mess with the IRS. That was what got him sent to prison. So Circle gets the bottom right square for the block. And we're back over to Mr. Scrooge, who hasn't said bah humbug once all night.
Bah humbug.
Oh, I knew it was a mistake. Who would you like to call upon, though, Mr. Scrooge?
I will take the AFK person in the center bottom square.
Spiritus.
Sorry, sometimes I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you this evening, Mr. Scrooge. It must be that dial-up connection you're using to connect to there.
Yeah, I'm using a can and a string.
Spiritus. A bison named Black Diamond? Black Diamond became famous because he modeled for what? Once again, a bison named Black Diamond became famous because he modeled for what?
Paul Runyon's codpiece.
Aside from that?
He modeled for a statue in Washington, D.C.
A statue in Washington, D.C. Would you agree or disagree?
Well, I don't know if he modeled for a statue in Washington, D.C. or not, but what I do know he modeled for was a buffalo nickel, because I'm a fond collector of money, so I'm going to disagree with him.
And you money fondlers are all the same. So yes, you are correct in that one, Mr. Scrooge. You win that battle. The buffalo nickel was actually what he modeled for. So X gets the square. And we move back over to Santa.
Okay, looks like we're going up to Vash for the block.
Vash, you still up there?
No. Oh, wait, yes.
Oh, sure?
Yes, I just forget which word I'm using.
All right. If you over... All right, must be Spider Vash's theme song. You overhear someone talking about the Peter Principle. What are they talking about, Vash? And you overhear someone talking about the Peter Principle. Could be the Peter Parker Principle in this case, I guess. What are they talking about?
Well, you're absolutely correct, actually. The Peter Parker Principle is everything goes bad no matter what you're doing. No matter how much good you try to do in the world, it just goes bad.
It just goes bad.
Yeah, Peter Parker principle. You know, it's
all right.
Very popular.
Would you agree or disagree?
No, Santa can't agree that no matter what you try to do, everything goes bad. I have to disagree.
And that would be a very good disagreement, because we were just actually looking for just the Peter principle, which is a theory that the individual rises to his or her level of incompetence, actually. Very confusing question.
Peter Parker
That's a pessimist.
Did Peter Parker pick a? I don't know. How many of those could he pick? He was rather incompetent, so he could probably only pick one. Back over to Mr. Scrooge.
Okay, well, in sticking with that theme, Alex, I've heard that you've grown to your level of incompetence. How would you like to go next?
Ouch! Well, we'll see if he's able to answer this question or if he's moderated after Alex answers this question for him. What famous actress says... what famous actress said, "I have been in more laps than a napkin"? Once again, what famous actress said, "I have been in more laps than a napkin"?
Francis, I'm going to have to go with Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, would you agree or disagree?
I will disagree with that.
I'm sorry, say one more time, Mr. Scrooge, or dial it's kind of cheap, you know?
I'll disagree with that.
And you would be good in that disagreement because we were actually looking for Mae West.
Oh, that's what I was going to guess.
I mean, honestly, who reuses a napkin in this day?
Who's Mae West?
Maybe Mr. Scrooge does. Oh, well, never mind.
Who's best? Is that a pistol in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Good one, Kate.
All righty.
Very nice.
Back over to Santa Claus.
Banshee Kate for the block.
Banshee
Don't,
Kate.
don't moderate me. Vash, don't moderate me. Okay, go ahead.
In the TV series, in the TV sitcom series, Alice, if you were in Mel's Diner, I see there's a word missing. If you were on the comedy TV series Alice, if you were in Mel's Diner and upset the waitress Flo, what would Flo say? Once again, if you were on the comedy TV series Alice and you were in Mel's Diner and you upset the waitress Flo, what would she say?
Oh, she wasn't very nice. I believe she'd say, sit on it and rotate.
Oh!
My, sit on it and rotate. Would you agree or disagree?
Which was a very popular phrase at the time.
Santa will have to disagree.
Yes, she probably would have said, "Kiss my grits."
Kiss my grits. Oh, was that it? Because I couldn't find... Never mind.
No, I'm sorry, we're on question 55.
Yeah, I had to breeze my way through that one.
All righty, rotate. He's making a hint there to like Chaz or something. We need rotating objects, I guess, huh? All righty. I think it's Mr. Scrooge's turn again.
It is, and I will take, well, the Chaz.
All right, the Chaz. Ready for a question?
I am. I'm just thinking about that whole sit on it and rotate thing. What that entails.
You know, I don't even want to know why you're thinking about that.
No.
Just keep thinking about it. All righty, here's your question, though.
Let's go back to kilts.
All right, exactly.
All right. American short hair, Oriental short hair, and exotic short hair are all what? Once again, American short hair, Oriental short hair, and exotic short hair are all what?
Hang on, before you answer this, Chaz, I just want to ask, Alex, is it okay if I moderate a staff member?
Absolutely.
So I can moderate back?
I'll get even with you. We'll just all moderate each other. Staff moderation.
And then no one will be able to talk.
Answer the question.
But leave Trey alone. Leave Trey alone.
Okay, so let me tell you the answer. That would be the poodle.
The poodle. Would you agree or disagree?
I will disagree.
That would be actually a good disagreement because those were all breeds of cats. Cat breeds. So X gets the final square, and that's 1, 2, 3, 5.
Which means I win!
Yes, but it's only the bonus round, so it doesn't really count. I do apologize, Mr. Scrooge. You already lost at the end of the second round. Santa Claus is our big winner this evening, and we have saved Christmas yet again. Now, if this was People's Court,
Santa.
I would probably have a final message. Let's go ahead and have a final message, just like we do on People's Court, one from Santa Claus, and then hear from the angry person. Santa, any special wishes for everybody this Christmas?
Well, you just got to remember to love everybody. Santa's wants everybody to remember that Christmas has nothing to do with gifts. It's got everything to do with people.
Well said from the
Santa.
person who's market on Christmas greeting cards. You do realize he gets a cut every card, right? All right, and Mr. Scrooge, time for your final parting shots. Comments.
We love you, Scrooge.
Oh, I think by the time the third round was over that I had found the true meaning of Christmas, and it's bah humbug.
No.
And we would like to thank all the wonderful staff members for coming down and volunteering their time this evening, especially to raise money for charity. It was for a good cause. And we'd like to thank all of our members here in the audience who also donated. And also, once again, thanks to Banshee Kate and Zach C. and all of our sponsors this evening, including Stella and Banshee, of course, with Banshee Kate there, T-Bell Designs, ZMW, and it looks like Santa Claus. You're going to, instead of a sleigh, you're going to be riding in that nice ZMW over there back to the North Pole. Think it'll cover the ice pretty good? Those look like nice tires.
The warranty's already expired, so don't go there.
Alrighty, thank you once again for attending the charity Thereywood Squares, once again held here at the Winter Charity Park in 2009. And once again, we're here, Thereywood Squares happens every week, and hopefully we'll see you at upcoming episodes.